You may have heard that you're supposed to hit the ground in front of the ball. Certainly if you've worked with me in the past, or if you watched our recent short game video, you know exactly, or you've heard that before. I'm going to show you a little bit about how to actually achieve that. The yellow line that's on the shaft of my golf club is basically just the starting point for the shaft. It's reasonably vertical. It's not perfectly vertical. My hands are a little bit ahead of the ball. But the red line is one that's really important. You're going to see why here in a moment. The yellow circle is the area where I want to make ground contact. I never, ever, ever want to make ground contact behind the ball. So let's set this in motion, and we're going to look at this in a couple different ways. By the way, that forward press that I just did there is totally optional. It's something I've done since I was a kid. It just helps me get the club moving. Has nothing to do with the technique involved here. Keep in mind that yellow line is where my shaft started. And where is the shaft of my club going to be when I get to contacting the ground? There it is right there. Notice how my shaft is pretty much parallel to where it started, but 3, 4, 5 inches to my left. It's lined back up in a vertical position, and it's 5 inches left of where it started. I've contacted the ground at that point. You can see that little dust coming off the ground there, and I get my right arm fully expanded there, so I've got a straight right arm, right wrist. We're going to talk a little bit more about that element right now, because it's a very important part of how we achieve proper ground contact. Let's go back to the start now. Watch how my right arm compresses. You're going to see the right wrist bend. You're going to see the right elbow fold significantly. And this is just a tiny golf swing. I'm only hitting a 30 or 40 yard pitch here. Okay, watch the right wrist starting to fold, the right elbow starting to fold. I might have that right elbow might be folded as much as 90 degrees at this point. The right wrist maybe 30 or 40 degrees at this point. The key to hitting the ground in front of the ball is when do I expand the right arm. And if the right arm expands early, I'm going to hit behind it, I'm going to scoop it, I'm going to be one of those players that dreads the pitch shot from the fairway. They always want the ball fluffed up in a rough. The right arm the expansion of it has to be delayed. So there's still quite a bit of fold in my right wrist. My right elbow is starting to straighten out a little bit, but not fully yet. There's my right arm might be almost fully straightened there, but my right wrist is still folded. Watch here now. When I get fully lined up where my right arm, right wrist are in a straight line, there's the bottom part of my swing. That has to occur late enough so that the bottom of the swing is in front of the ball. That's how you hit an effective pitch. It's also how you hit an effective golf shot with any club. I'm going to let that run through at regular speed now. Lined up at the yellow line, return the club to the ground at the red line, and find that full expansion of the right arm in front of the golf ball. So I hope this helps you out, and as always, if I can help you any more, please call upon me or one of the other guys in the shop, and any of us can help you achieve this position, and it's going to greatly enhance your ability to hit all golf shots, in particularly short game shots. Thanks.